Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Myself Sanvi, and today this is my first ever YouTube video, and today we will do NCERT class 7th geography lesson 1 environment. Okay, so we will read. After the long vacation, when Ravi started going to school again, he noticed that the only playground next to his school was dug up. People said that a huge building with many flats will be constructed there. Ravi was almost in tears when he realized the big playground with its soft grass, marigolds, and butterfly is gone forever. He shared his feelings with his classmates in the assembly. The principal too sadly observed. See how our environment is changing. Yeah, that's so sad. The memories will last forever now. In the class, Ravi asked his teacher, "What is environment?" said the teacher. Now, what do we see around us? The surrounding. Surrounding is a simple name of environment. When we go out of our house, we see many of the things, many things. For example, here it's given, yes, said the teacher, but wait. Okay. Some objects are created by nature, for example, mountains, rivers, trees, animals. Others are made by people, for example, roads, cars, clothes, books. Now, these are two types of environment, natural and human beings. The things which are made by human beings. Now, natural means roads. Roads are modified by humans, but they are natural only. Mountains, trees, all comes under natural. So yeah, others are made by people, for example, roads, cars, clothes, box. Now work in pairs. Make a list with your classmates sitting next to you of the creations of nature and by human beings. This is an activity. So this is a small information. Environment is our basic life support system. It provides the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the land where we live. How do human beings modify this environment? The car fumes pollute the air. Water is collected in a pot. Food is served in vessels, and land is used to build factories. Human beings make cars, mills, factories, and manufacture containers. This is how human beings modify natural environment. So yeah, we cannot really imagine our life without environment, because the oxygen we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, all are parts of environment, and we cannot really live without it. And human beings modify environment. I would like to go a little bit in past, where there was no place for settlements at all. There was only forest on the earth. Human beings modified it with their helps of special tools. They modify it to make place for settlement. Okay, so Ravi, Parmajit, Jesse, Mustafa, Asha were all excited about making list. Why is our environment changing? Asked Iqbal. It is all because of our needs. They are increasing day by day. We are therefore modifying at all times, even destroying our natural surroundings. The teacher replied, yes, we are destroying, because for our needs we are cutting down the vegetation, the natural vegetation, and we are constructing the things for our comfort life. Now, components of environment. There's a little bit geo on this. Natural, air, land, water. This all comes under natural. Now we can see the scientific names: lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere. So the air we breathe comes under atmosphere. The water all around the world comes under hydrosphere, and the land we live comes under lithosphere. And these three combines and forms the biosphere. We can see in this picture the biosphere. And now human environment, as we can see: individual, family, community, religion, educational, economic, political situation. This all comes under human. The human environment means the human itself. The human itself, religion, education, economic, and the political situation. Now, human made means what the human made. For example, buildings are made by human, parks, bridges, roads, monuments, industries, all are human made. So, are we clear? Yes, we are clear. From the above conversation, you understand the place, people, things, and the nature that surround any living organism is called environment. Now, this is a simple definition of environment, the nature. It is a combination of natural and human made phenomena. While the natural environment refers to both biotic and abiotic conditions existing on the earth. Now, biotic, the world of living organism. Example, plants and animals. Now, this is a simple definition of biotic. Even humans comes under biotic. The one who has life is biotic. Abiotic, the world of non-living elements. For example, land. Land doesn't live, and all the non-living creatures in our environment comes under abiotic. This is a simple definition. Okay. Natural environment we'll study in detail. Land, water, air, plants, and animals comprise the natural environment. You are familiar with the meaning of lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere from your previous class. Yes, we are quite aware of these terms. Let us learn some more facts about these domains. Lithosphere is the solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth. It is made up of rocks and minerals and covered by a thin layer of soil. Yes, this all forms the lithosphere, the soil, the minerals. Yeah. It is a irregular surface with various landforms such as mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, etc. Landforms are found over the continents and also on the ocean floor. Yeah, of course, on the ocean floor, landforms are formed. Lithosphere is the domain that provides us forest, grasslands for grazing, land for agriculture and human settlement. It is also a source of mineral wealth. So, lithosphere is among the most important creation of environment because grasslands for grazing. Yeah, it provides us with many things. So we can see atmosphere, the air, hydrosphere, the water, lithosphere, the land, and the biosphere, the mixture or the combination of all of them. Okay, so word origin. Environment, French word environment. Environneur meaning neighborhood. Now the environment, the word environment we get from a French word environneur meaning neighborhood. Okay. So the domains of a water is referred to the hydrosphere. We all know this one, this term. It comprises various sources of water and different types of water bodies like rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, etc. So these all come under hydrosphere. It is essential for all living organisms. The atmosphere is the thin layer of the air that surrounds the earth. Okay, so now we come on atmosphere. The gravitational force of the earth holds the atmosphere around it. Okay, so this is an important thing we are studying. Gravitational force, the force which is in the gravity holds the atmosphere around it. So it holds the atmosphere around the earth. It protects us from harmful rays and scorching heat of sun. Okay, so you must have learned about ultraviolet and other rays that are coming from the sun. So the atmosphere around us protects us from these all. It consists of a number of gases, dust and water vapor. The changes in our atmosphere produce changes in the weather and climate. Okay, this is the another important thing. Plant and animal kingdom together make biosphere. Now we came on biosphere or the living world. It is a narrow zone of earth where land, water and air interact with each other to support life. So this is another important thing. As I already told, land, water and air interact with each other to support life. So we are clear now with biosphere, atmosphere and lithosphere, hydrosphere. What is ecosystem? At an NCC camp that Ravi's class was attending, Jessie exclaimed, "What a heavy downpour! It reminds me my home in Kerala. You should come and see how it pours and pours and pours and pours over the lush green fields and coconut plantations." Now, Jessie is from Kerala, as we know from this conversation. Hira from Jaisalmer exclaimed, "We get no rays. We see only kikar and sand as far as eyes can see." "But you also find camels," said Ravi. Hira said, "Not just camels. If you visit our desert, you will see snakes, lizards, and many insects too." Ravi wondered, why do animals and vegetation and the way the people live vary from place to place? Are they all related to each other? Yeah, of course they are related to each other. Okay, now with this conversation, we went through that the two girls are speaking that their hometown where they live, they see different types of climates. For example, Jessie said that they always experience rain, and Hira says that they do not receive rain at all. They always receive heat from the sun. That's the desert receive always. Now Ravi said that they see camels too. Now Hira said, no, not just camels, we see other organisms in our environment too. That means the different places have different organisms. Okay. So now teacher replied, "Oh yes, very much so. All plants, animals and human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. Often they are also dependent on each other." Yeah, they are dependent. Now, if you are vegetarian, you are dependent on the crops that grow in your surrounding. If you are non-vegetarian, or if you are both, you depend on the animals. You may depend on the animals around you. Okay, so this relation between living organisms as well as the relation between the organisms and their surroundings from an ecosystem. Now, this odd relation between each other is formed as ecosystem. There could be an ecosystem of large rainforest, grassland, desert, mountains, lake, river, ocean, and even a small pond. Do you think the park in which Ravi and his friends played a formed an ecosystem? Yeah, of course. Human environment. Human beings interact with the environment and modify it according to their need. Early humans adapted themselves to natural surroundings. Yeah. They wore natural clothes and they just adopted the natural surroundings. They led a simple and a full life and fulfilled their requirements from the nature around them. With time, needs grew and became more varied. Humans learn new ways to use and change the environment. Yeah. Humans may sometimes change the environment. For example, we studied earlier that the park was going to change into a building. So that's all because of humans. Humans learn new ways to use and change environment. Yeah. They learn to grow crops, domesticate animals, and lead a settled life. The wheel was invented. The wheel was invented. Surplus food was produced. Barter system emerged. The trade started and commerce developed. Industrial revolution enabled large-scale production. Okay. Transportation became faster. Information revolution made communication easier and speedy across the world. Yes. So as humans developed, they made environment also develop. As we can see, large scale production, transportation became faster, commerce developed, industrial revolution developed. So as humans are developing, they are developing the environment also for their needs and wants. Okay, So all plants and human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. So yeah, have you ever thought why you love eating a juicy watermelon in summer and hot roasted peanuts in winter? Yeah, that's such a amazing question. Juicy watermelon during summer and roasted peanuts during winter. A perfect balance is necessary between the natural and human environment. Humans must learn to live and use their environment in a harmonious manner. Yes, we should be harmonious with all the living and non living organisms we interact with. Nuri, a girl from Mizoram, from Ravi's class, often talks about the lush green surroundings from her place. Now, yeah, one more ecosystem we are facing now, which is from Mizoram. Yeah, it may be a green grassland or something. Seeing Ravi upset at having lost his playground, Nuri invited him to visit her home state during the coming vacation. Okay. Ravi's teacher asked the students to draw the landscape, houses, and activities of people and places they visit during the holidays. So, this is an activity. So, I hope the lesson I explained is quite clear to all of us. And now I would like to discuss some question answers, some MCQs. Okay, take the correct answer. Which is not a natural environment? Of course, aquarium, because desert and forest are type of natural environment. Which is not a component of human environment? Human environment means the human itself. So religion and community comes under human environment, but land, lithosphere, comes in the natural environment. What is a threat to environment? Threat to environment means what damages the environment. Threat to it. Growing plants, growing population. The answer is growing population, because as many people will grow in the world, so they will need different places to live. So they will clear this all trees around us, and they will manufacture buildings over there. So yeah, that's a threat to environment. Okay, so yeah, I discussed the MCQs. Now I would like to end my video over here. Hope you liked the video, and if you want me to do this video in Hindi, please tell me in comment section, and please do like this video if you like the lesson. Okay, thank you.